Well, hello there, beautiful rays of light. Thank you for joining me on the Hill Spot podcast. I am Nikei S Salas, your host, spiritual guide, well-being educator, and all-around inspiration giver. This is about promoting healing. We want to promote healing so we can live better. When we are doing better, we are able to enjoy our lives. And how do we do this? We do this by positively affecting the different aspects of the self, whether that be mentally, physically, emotionally, and the spirit. The spirit loves that. It goes along for the ride. So make sure you subscribe so you can be notified of upcoming videos and life teachings. Thank you for joining me. Peace and blessings. Hello, you all. I just want to take a brief moment and to connect with you about having peace in the midst of chaos. I know a lot is going on throughout the world, but when we really think about it, much has been going on, probably since the beginning, right? However, I want us to consider, I would open you to the lessons to understand of why certain things are going on and how we can change them and accept them. Accept the things that we cannot change. I know you all have heard of that serenity prayer. I'm paraphrasing a little bit here where it says, we are sending this prayer or attention throughout the universe to our divine source outside of us, but it's also inside of us, right? Because we're all part of the one. But it's an intention of us putting out there of accepting the things that we cannot change and the strength of the courage to change the things that we can. The way that I see that is I see it in both. I see it as accepting the things that I cannot change and also accepting the things I cannot change. And that is simply how we decide, allow ourselves to be in peace. And what is peace? Peace is harmony of the self. It is the spirit, the mind, the body, and emotions in alignment, in agreement of itself to be in the best state possible, which is peace. When we are experiencing disagreements, that creates chaos. Yes, in the world, which this disagreement can lead into different things, that issues or problems, but it also creates, as we know, problems and issues within the self. It creates or allows the body to not be at ease, which is we want and desire, we seek to have peace, but to be in the opposite creates chaos, right? In the forms of illness, diseases, and the different things, whether it be mentally, emotionally, and the body is, it feels that it takes on that and it creates other issues in the body as well. But when we are choosing, allowing ourselves to accept the things that we can change or cannot change, don't mean we have to like it, right? Because we're not meant to like every single thing. When we, the way I see it, when we permit ourselves to not be in agreement with something on the outside, we could still have peace. So I give you an example. Jane Doe sits down at a restaurant. She's dining, getting ready to eat her meal, and it's ketchup on it, right? And I'm just thinking of something. And ketchup on her sandwich, and she does not like ketchup. So she says to the waiter or the waitress, that I would like for my sandwich to be without ketchup. That's just something that is preferred of her, right? Because we know and what we believe in, right, is to do the things that are best for you. And they're not meant to look the same, feel the same for each one of us on this planet. So we can disagree with something. Doesn't mean we have to um, have a how should I say, create chaos from it, right? Which is again the opposite of peace. But accept it, even with Jane Doe sitting at the table and saying, I don't like ketchup, but I'm accepting that this has happened. And what I'm going to do is change it is say something to the waiter or the waitress so my preference can come. Even if the preference does not come with her, if she chooses to have peace with it, chooses to either eat the sandwich with the ketchup or to leave the restaurant, she can choose to have peace. In other words, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the outcome. And we can have again peace either way. When we change something and we cannot change something, I think that often problems become more exacerbated, become worse when we are dwelling, ruminating in the problem instead of focusing in on the solution. And when we are focusing in on problems, we are creating chaos again within the body. The spirit, the mind, the body, and emotions are in disagreement because why? Well, when we stay in this chaotic states, like I said before, it causes disruption, and disruption can manifest itself in different ways, different illnesses, different diseases. And we want to live right, so we can enjoy our life. That's why we ask ourselves, okay, how can I change this? Again, going back to Jane, how can I change this? I'm going to say something to them that about the ketchup. But again, accepting it either way, whether it changes or does not, we can still have peace. And we need peace again within the self, harmony for us to live well. And when we are more in this state of living well, we open the doors to enjoying our lives. And that's what I want for you all. When we are living well, not only for ourselves, we are being better with other people. hmm That's all for today. Thank you all for joining me. If you have not subscribed to this podcast, do so you can be able to be notified of upcoming notify get notified get notified of upcoming episodes, and feel so free to share this with others so they can get the inspiration and the teachings to live well. As always, I am Nikei S Salas, your well-being educator, coach, inspiration giver, and also feel free to join me on my other platforms, whether it be Facebook. I am on there, Nikei Salas, Nikei, last name Salas. I'm also on TikTok, Nikei Salas, and YouTube, Nikei S Salas, Nikeis, middle initial, last name Salas. I wish you all well. Peace and blessings.